Hi, everyone. My name is Brianna. My team members are Micah, Halen, and Kayla, and we are Group 3. The company that we had the opportunity to work with is Another Swimmie, LLC. Another Swimmie is a Los Angeles, California-based swimwear company within the apparel industry. Starting up in June 2020, Another Swimmie brought forth a brand that delivers a collective line of quality swimwear that is made to suit every body shape. In focusing on their triple bottom line of people, planet, and profit, Another Swimmie focuses on real swimwear designed for real bodies, creating high quality swimwear to last season after season. It is the company's goal to promote self love, body positivity, and celebrate the diversity of the human race. With each purchase of their swimwear, 20% of all proceeds from each seasonal collection launched is given to a charitable cause. In their current swimwear production, Another Swimming utilizes a sustainable supplier in Bali, Indonesia, who offers a line of eco-friendly material and philanthropic business models. Our goal as a group is to analyze our current aggregate planning methods as well as our inventory management methods. Given that they're a small startup company, we will analyze their current model and current strategies and provide recommendations and solutions. Next, Micah will talk to you about the aggregate planning methods.
Okay, so currently Another Swimmy does not have an established aggregate planning strategy. We are going to develop a framework for aggregate planning for them to help get to help them improve their sales and to be able to develop an operating plan. Another Swimmy's operating plan needs to be more defined to help make them more efficient. Currently, Another Swimmy categorizes their products into styles so that customers can find the products that go with one another. However, it is difficult to find other collections and different products within the same type of category. This can make it difficult for customers to be able to browse all of the products available, and this can hurt not only Another Swimming sales, but also the forecast of the demand of certain products because they cannot be found easily, and customers could be missing out on the products that they actually want. And now I will talk about issues with the aggregate with Another Swimming's aggregate planning methods. Another Swimming currently does not have an established sales and operating plan or an efficient system to track inventory, leading to unknown demand for their products. And now I will talk about our solutions recommendations for Another Swimming for the aggregate planning. Our recommendation for the aggregate plan is for Another Swimming to first develop a sales and operating plan to better utilize the resources of the company. We want to be able to forecast the demand and be able to establish sales goals off of that demand. We also recommend starting with a chase strategy in the aggregate planning process. We want to be able to meet the demand for every period, and since demand is currently relatively unknown, we would like to establish a baseline to get a feel of what demand will look like in the future. This way, we can keep inventory holding costs as low as possible while finding out what demand could look like for certain products or products similar to the current ones in the future. Also, when developing our strategy, we will need to take into account the seasonal factors of this industry, with demand being higher in the spring and summer and demand being lower in the fall and winter. And next, we will talk about this.
Thank you, Micah. So our second area of focus is inventory control. Inventory control is simply maximizing the company's inventory and having the right number of products at the right time. However, due to COVID-19, the company's founder, Rena, stated that demand for products are extremely random right now. They are currently still learning how to gauge the amount of inventory that is necessary to order. With the inventory that Another Swimming does have on hand, they simply categorize their products based on their style. This means that swimsuits that have a triangle top style are grouped together and tie-dye ones are grouped together, just for example. And then with that being said, some of the issues that their inventory control methods have is that they are still learning how to gauge the exact number of products that they need to order. And as of right now, they gauge inventory when it hits 50%. However, there are a number of issues that come with this statement because what exactly does 50% mean? How do they know when they're at 50%? They currently order the minimum quantity of 50 per piece from their supplier, Bali Swim. This means that they order a minimum of 50 small swimsuit tops or 50 medium swimsuit bottoms, and etc. And next, I will talk about the solutions and recommendations for inventory control. With the issues that I mentioned on the previous slide, another swimmie needs to determine the economic order quantity and figure out the ideal number of units that they should order each period in order to minimize those inventory costs. Another thing we need to keep in mind is that the wholesaler Bali Swim requires a minimum order quantity of 50 units. The company needs to break down their total costs into different factors such as shipping and holding costs. They also need to have a basic understanding of analyzing their demand. Once they have these numbers, they should be able to place them into the EOQ equation, and this should give the company a basic understanding in how many units they should purchase in order to minimize those various costs given the demand. So for example, since we don't really have exact numbers from the company, let's just say that they sell 1,000 swimsuits a year and it costs the company $3 per year to hold a single swimsuit in their inventory, and the fixed cost to place an order is $3. If you plug all of those into the equation that's just given down below, that gives us 57.73, which means that in order to minimize the cost and meet demand at the same time, they should order approximately 58 units. And now I will hand it off to Kayla.
Thank you. In regards to their triple bottom line focus, as part of their aggregate plan, we're going to talk about the people, planet, profit. We know that currently they donate 20% of all of their proceeds to charity, and that is how they incorporate the people part of their triple bottom line. However, they need to figure out a way to add planet and profit to have a fully developed triple bottom line. So our proposed action plan, people, like I said, they already donate, and another way that they can enhance this is to offer free repairs on quality items. So if the seam rips or the elastic breaks, they can offer free repairs on those up to a certain product life cycle, or even forever, such as Patagonia already does for its consumers. A way that they can incorporate the planet in their triple bottom line is to never cut and throw away unsold inventory, which is what a majority of retail businesses do. And it's really unfortunate, like Nike, if they can't sell something, they actually shred it or cut it up and before they throw it away so that it cannot be reused. Or they can sell it at a discount or donate it to Goodwill or another charitable option. One company that already does this is Target. So when they can't sell their soft lines or clothing things from their store, they actually just donate it to Goodwill. That's why if you're ever at Goodwill and you see things with the brand new tag, it's usually donated from Target. And lastly, how to incorporate profit into their triple bottom line for their aggregate plan would be, rather than hiring models, offer discounts or promos to customers to send in their photos of the fit and style for each swim that they bought, or swim or whatever product that they purchased. And then this would help continue their body positivity framework because there's such a wide variety of bodies out there. And the fourth part of their aggregate plan would be to consider the market segmentation and seasonal factors. As of right now, they mentioned that they don't really have a plan for incorporating any kind of, they don't understand how seasonal factors help for building their inventory. So this would help because typically when the economy is not doing well, the swimwear sales market is also not doing well. Sales for bikinis and warm weather attire increase in the vacation seasons and late spring, vice versa. Wetsuits and cold weather attire sales go up in the late fall and early winter. We found this out through conducting our research on this company, or through just the swimwear industry. So hopefully this can help another swimmie. And this is important to know in order to master their forecasting and inventory management. And lastly, market segmentation is probably the most important for another swimmie to pinpoint their target market. They do online sales, so geographic is less important than the other 3 factors, but these directly influence the seasonal trends. And as mentioned previously, we are focusing on a chase strategy for Another Swimmie, and this makes the most sense for this company because they need to be chasing demand. And one company who was able to do this was called Andy's. And they actually advertised their swimwear for more than just water activities once the COVID shutdown began. So they saw an increase in sales despite the shutdown and the travel ban. So a lot of vacations were canceled, but they were not really expecting an increase in sales, but they got one by simply proposing that swim pieces, whole pieces, especially their black or colorless neutral pieces, be used as yoga and other active wear for anything outside of water related activities. So that's kind of awesome. They're chasing demand in that aspect. And that's a great example that we'd like to provide to Another Swimmie. And to conclude, this picture was actually taken from their Instagram, which their handle would be listed later. We'd like to first implement the chase strategy for the inventory control, like to determine their EOQ to help them better forecast, establish the triple bottom line for people, planet, profit. They got people under control. We just want to help them add into their plan the planet and profit portions of that, and then also to utilize market segmentation in their forecasting methods. Thank you.